80s was a difficult time for the state. Poverty, unemployment, and at the same time, social disintegration was some of the greatest challenges for the state. The design of CYSD was that every village, every habitation requires a change agent. And if young change agents are created at the community end, development process becomes faster, becomes inclusive, and becomes meaningful actually. So creating those young change agents, nurturing the young change agents has been the journey of CYSD.
Interest in state, society, community relations arises in the context of a growing concern about the ways in which poor people adapt their livelihoods to short-term shocks and long-term change. This preoccupation led to a shift in development thinking in the 80s and 90s in Odisha. Inevitably, debate has tended to polarize around top-down public action on the one hand and bottom-up participatory local action on the other. The Center for Youth and Social Development, CYSD, became the guiding light for the latter.
Our ground action is strategized around partnership with the local community. And along with the local community, we have co-created very interesting programs to try actually. And community is always in the front. So we have tried climate resilient agriculture. We have tried dryland farming, rain-fed farming as major livelihood sources for small and marginal farmers. And forest collectors, wherever forests exist, and non-timber forest produce is a livelihood option for the local community.
CYSD's work, focusing on building sustainable rural and tribal livelihoods, has deep outreach into the remotest of the locations in Odisha, where income and employment opportunity for the small, marginal, women and tribal farmers has been enhanced by adopting alternative livelihood options in convergence with the different schemes of the government.
आमर सीआईएसडी ऑफिस तरफ आसते आम बसिकिना गाँव बैठक कलु बैठक करिकी सीमेंट कुंड कुंड बनईकी देले पानी आमर नष्ट होने पानी टिके भल चाष बास भी पानी एते खर्च वर्ष एते होने
10 वर्ष तलर आगर चाष बेले डंगर चाष होता डंगर दान मंडिया सुआ होता एबे एटे पानी वाटर सेट बाला आसीना आगरु आसी पानी देखाड़ू से एबे पनीपरिया करूँ आगे जे टिके मोटर करी टिके करूँ पानी एबे पानी केलांग पानी आइलारू एबे जबरदस्त होउछे.
Integrated farming, which starts from planning, soil treatment, water conservation and combines cropping like horticulture and agriculture with livestock, pisciculture for reduction of cost and augmentation of income, has been a unique model gifted to the community. In all these interventions, land and water management has been focused upon. They not only help in irrigation but provide safe drinking water to the community. Agriculture, millets and non-timber forest producers enterprises have been developed and market linkages have been established with special focus on marginalized and women farmers. CYSD has ensured increased millet and other nutritive food consumption by the communities in tribal-dominated pockets of Odisha.
CY's 40-year journey have been amazing. We were keen to know what happened, how it has impacted the community we work for, and we found participation is the key our strength was communities mobilization, social mobilization, be it women, be it children, be it adults, and the leaders of the community.
CYSD envisages skill training as fundamental to gainful employment and quality of life of the youth. Engages a two-pronged approach. While it caters to the youth aspirations, it triggers them into active citizenship. It has forayed into skills for life and livelihoods in the last few years. CYSD has promoted digital empowerment of women and also created a cadre of SGBV warriors who help people speak up against domestic violence.
प्रॉब्लम थिला सर एबे प्राइस हमको अपॉर्चुनिटी देला जे आमे लोक मन को सब लोग बुझाइलुनी कि सान बय से विवाह हुआ नै बोली मद पी के झगड़ा झड्डी हुआ ना.
During the cyclone of 1999, CYSD demonstrated agility in bringing disaster relief and started its work in disaster mitigation and climate change action. CYSD worked actively during the Odisha floods, Phylin, Fani, and the COVID-19 pandemic. During the pandemic, CYSD helped safe migration, built child learning centers, cyclone relief centers, and improved social infrastructure. They provided protective gear to the frontline workers, organized awareness programs, facilitated vaccination drive, and provided minimum health care, food, and nutritional support to the vulnerable families.
Agenda 2030 for realization of the Sustainable Development Goals gives us a wonderful message that no one should be left behind. To accomplish this, active citizenship, strengthening that base is very, very important. We have been promoting active citizenship by planning, by helping people to plan in their village. So village development plan, integrated disaster risk mitigation plans, Palli Sabha plans, and then converting them to Gram Panchayat development plans is a very important exercise in that direction, in which people articulate their problems, their issues, their priorities, and their plans. They also identify what they can do, what they need, what support they need from the government, what kind of collaboration they need from the civil society. And to do that, we have done a series of education programs, from literacy drive for dropouts, non-starters, to functional literacy for women producers, for farmers, and both small and marginal farmers, and digital literacy, and sometimes legal literacy also. And to do this, what is necessary is to build a robust accountability system. And that is only done when people look at the social audit as a tool, citizen report card as a tool, community scorecard as a tool, and budget feedback as a tool.
CYSD at 40 has touched more than 1.5 million lives. What started as a small initiative to build a critical mass of youth change agents for social change and professionalism in the NGO sector has now become a statewide initiative for fostering inclusive governance, never limiting their work to a particular thematic area, but focusing on holistic development of communities, building resilient communities. CYSD stands like a banyan tree in the world of social development in Odisha.
It's interesting that many young people are joining CYSD now. When young professionals, they find a meaning and purpose in their life and decide to become part of the societal change, I think, change becomes interesting, exciting for all parties. And for CYSD, nurturing these young change agents is critical and is a long-term vision of the organization.